It was a long flight, and it looks like I'm getting heavier and heavier to boot. Have a rest, but stay close by. The oracle said that it was to be found in a building without corners on a flying island. And Tugator's the only flying island that I know. Let's hope we find a few answers here. Buttercup bravely fought her way through the winds on the way here. Now she's exhausted. She's earned a little downtime. Strange. Why are water snails stuck to the jetty here? Perhaps they thought it's a jetty and every jetty must have snails, whether it's standing in water or hanging in midair. I know these snails. They're called purple snails. They emit a smelly substance to defend themselves, which turns purple in air. It's used as a dye for colouring things. Haven't a clue what happened to the jetty. Perhaps there was some kind of attack, or the thing just collapsed due to old age. Oh, that's deep. I wouldn't like to fall down there. A flying ship. Just as one would expect on a flying pirate island. I could swear... Oh no, is that the Mary? That means... Oh no... If the Mary's here, then he can't be far away. Seeing him is the last thing I need right now. A pretty battered pan. Looks like it survived an explosion. There are crusty bits of salt left inside there. What's going on there then?
Furthermore, you stole the prosecutor's fares, beat him unconscious, and damaged part of the island with magic.
We didn't beat that stupid monkey unconscious. He knocked himself out.
Silence in court! The defendant may only speak when asked to do so. And don't call the prosecutor a monkey.
May I inquire what's going on here?
Ivo?
Lovely to see you again, Critter.
Fat? Who's fat?
Oh, shut the grog up! This is a trial, not a bloody circus.
The Red Pirate, I presume.
You've heard of me.
Nate's mentioned you several times.
Only bad things, I hope.
Mainly that you sent the bounty hunter after him because you wanted your ship back.
The Mary is not his ship. I won it from him fair and square.
You cheated.
Of course. I just cheated better than you. Fair and square.
Silence in court, you spawny wazzock. And that's contempt of court.
Apparently there's a near omniscient oracle on this island.
That's right, but people who aren't from here usually talk to him through mirrors.
Just guessing, but is it in that round building over there?
That's right and all. And you're not here because you want to steal from me. Or to rescue your friends.
No, definitely not.
We don't even want to be rescued.
Let me ask again. What's going on here?
Critter and I were arrested for no reason whatsoever.
I wasn't talking to you.
Idiots. Those two tried to steal my magic lamp, and they damaged the island. They also abused my friendship, and wanted to leave me here on my own, like everyone else.
The ugly one's renowned for it.
Aye, enough. Those two will be judged fairly and squarely.
Then I demand a lawyer.
Silence in court, you spawny wazzock.
You boys just carry on playing on your own.
Now listen here, young lady. This is a matter of death, or a more painful, slower death.
Come on, Ivo, I can barely feel my hands anymore.
Don't you dare! You left without so much as a word, you human!
Perhaps you'd like to be the prosecutor instead, me dear?
What is that?
Oh, that! It's not what it looks like.
Not what it... Have you swallowed a watermelon?
All right, I'm pregnant. But I have not...
No sooner am I gone than you're all over the next guy that comes along.
I haven't been all over anyone. And you just scarpered off.
But just because... I'm not pregnant!
Just leave me alone, Nate Bonnet. I don't want anything to do with you anymore.
Quiet! Defendants are only allowed to cry out in despair when required.
Nate talked a lot about his old nemesis, the Red Pirate. One of Old Red's bounty hunters must have got hold of him. I mean, not even Nate would be stupid enough to come here of his own free will. Excuse me, Your Honor, Judge?
Yes.
A judge cheating at cards? Tut-tut.
That's not true. Pirate poker is a dice game. And, I don't cheat. In the past, maybe. But this is the new Tugator. It's all about law and order now.
In pirate poker, you play for high stakes, right? I mean, if we play and I win, then you owe me something, right?
Theoretically. In reality, however, I will win. And you will owe me something.
What, for example?
If I win, then you have to stay on Tugator for a year and keep me company.
Ugh. And what if I win?
How about...
Your best friend's life?
No. I'd prefer something real I can hold on to.
an elegant pirate outfit? Clothes and a hat and all the trimmings.
That sounds good. Agreed. So what are the rules?
The easiest way to explain it is by playing a practice round. We each have got a cup with 5 dice. The dice have the numbers 1 to 5 on them. The 6th side is a star that can be any number, like a joker. Roll.
But this is just a practice game, right?
Aye, this game doesn't count. Like in normal poker dice, you can throw a pair, 2 pairs, 3 of a kind, a full house, a straight and so on.
Okay, got it.
I've got a full house. Do you believe me?
Of course not. You're a pirate.
Not so fast. If I lift up my cup and I haven't lied, you've lost. So think about it. Am I telling the truth?
You're lying.
Bad luck. I wasn't lying. You would have lost. Well, let's just pretend that didn't happen. Now you have to tell me what you've rolled. You can tell me the truth or lie. The most important thing is you say something higher than me. You can also pick up any number of dice and roll them again, just once, before you tell me what you've got on the table. So, put the dice in the cup and roll again, or tell me what you've got. What's it gonna be?
I've got 5 of a kind.
You're lying. See those stones? You get 1 for each round you win. The first to have 3 is the winner. Ready to roll?
Fancy a game of pirate poker?
Always. Three of a kind. Do you believe me?
I believe you.
All right then. Roll again or tell me what you've got.
Four of a kind.
Nah, I believe you. Got 5 of a kind. Do you believe me?
You're lying. That makes me the winner, I'd say. That's a full house.
Nah, I believe you. I've got 4 of a kind. Do you believe me?
You're lying.
Oh, you lost. Next game. Three of a kind. Do you believe me?
I believe you.
All right then. Roll again or tell me what you've got.
I've a straight.
Nah, I believe you. I've got 4 of a kind. Do you believe me?
I believe you.
All right then. Roll again or tell me what you've got.
I've got 5 of a kind.
You're lying. Now I just need 1 more win. Next game.
4 of a kind.
Nah, I believe you. Got 5 of a kind. Do you believe me?
You're lying. Hey, I win again, right?
Three of a kind. Do you believe me?
I believe you.
All right then. Roll again or tell me what you've got.
Four of a kind.
You're lying.
Tell me, if I've got 3 stones and you've got none, what does that mean again?
You've cheated!
I didn't. And if you don't want anyone finding out about our little game, I wouldn't make a big fuss about it.
But, oh.
My winnings? Thanks. It was a pleasure. A house with no corners. Got to be it. A hatch in the wall. Nothing. A bottle, something like potato crisps and toilet paper? Enemax, the energy drink, provides energy to the max, +2 endurance, -2 intelligence. The stuff seems to consist practically of just water, sugar and colouring. And now do I have to actually go and get hold of all this stuff just to get in there? Ugh, my feet hurt. It's too hot in here, and I've just had a row with my ex. Woe betide you if your information is not any use. The water's pretty dirty. Looks like the trough hasn't been cleaned in a while. The door's locked. Pictures of ships, pictures of women with malfunctioning clothes, and a petition. Nothing much of interest here. Nate often spoke of this island. He spent his childhood in New Old Town, but it was always his ambition to come here. Tugator, the flying pirate island. It was the place where a boy from the streets could make something of himself. For all I care, he can spend the rest of his life on this rock. I guess this key will unlock the stocks. If I was planning to set them free, I'd be interested. The prosecutor would appear to be a bit out of his depth with the trial. At least he doesn't give me the impression of being particularly professional. He didn't even hear me out. He simply disappears, he gets involved with some dodgy deal or other, and then he tries to make me feel guilty. I'm not cross with Critter. He did disappear without a word like Nate, but he belongs to Nate. Where Nate is where you'll find Critter. For example, in the stocks in a trial. Critter'll be all right. Won't matter what the outcome. He's a clever cookie and he'll probably save Nate. Pirates don't have much of an eye for beauty. They are, however, very practical. Everything that pirates might want is growing here, from potatoes to hemp plants. No pirates to be seen, just these stone figures everywhere. There are no traces of any tool marks on them. The surfaces are too perfect. I don't like the look of this. Something round under a cloth. It's moving. I wonder what's under that cloth there.
It's the horror. The horror.
Old Red won't spill the beans. Guards that thing as if it was his biggest treasure.
A deserted island that should be swarming with pirates. A few stone statues. The only survivors a collector of magical artifacts, hiding something the size of a head under a cloth. Let me guess. The head of Medusa?
Aye, she's dreadful.
I knew that. I was just testing you.
Excuse me, Your Honor, Judge?
Yes.
Those 3 signs above the hatch on the observatory.
They signify offerings. If you want to ask the Oracle about the weather before a long journey, for example, you place the things the Oracle wants in the hatch, and then you're given an audience with him.
Yeah, that's what I imagined. The Oracle wants some unusual things.
Oh, that's often the case. It's a strange being, and quite unabashed. We wanted to ban it from the island, but every time we tried, it prophesied what dreadful consequences that would have, and so we left it be.
Where do I get the things from?
All the shops are closed. There was a kind of accident, and the inhabitants of the island are temporarily out of town. I keep an eye on their things as their trustworthy and reliable leader. So don't even think about stealing anything, will you?
Wouldn't dream of it. I think I've interrupted the court proceedings long enough.
True. Now, where was I?
A rope. I bet it's good quality. Pirates know about that sort of thing. A rag shop. I really don't like fussy clothes like the ones Mother always tried to make me wear, but I couldn't go this far. There must be some kind of middle ground, surely. Headscarves for bald pirates, swashbuckling patches, ripped rope for a belt. No, I can't be doing with any of this. Wait a minute, what's this? A hook could come in handy. Right then, The bottle's full. Potatoes for potato crisps. Well, it's a start. That should do. I'm not sure what sort of colouring should go into one of these energy drinks, but what's to say that purple wouldn't do the trick? Your defence strategy doesn't work too well now, does it? Whoa, relax, little guy. I've got what I need. The colouring's going in the bottle. I should be able to attach the hook to the rope. Right, that'll hold. It'd be simpler if I could still see my feet. That's Nate's lucky headscarf. He put it on during stormy weather. Critter and I used to poke fun at the fact that it was always a matter of luck every time he stepped behind the wheel. Nate and Critter aren't great believers in order. Ship shapes not to be found here. During my first days on the Mary, I tidied up after them. I soon gave up on that. Buttercup's too tired to carry me any further. But I can't just steal the Mary. She and Nate are thick as thieves. She wouldn't obey me. After we defeated the Archwitch, we returned to the temple where we'd left Mary. We flew her to Seastone and Nate fired off 3 salute shots. There were only a few injured. When I saw Nate for the first time, he was sitting in this very cage. The bounty hunter Mazaz had captured him. He managed to convince me that he was a capable captain able to help me. I thought he was brazen and pompous and clumsy and somehow also very sweet. I shouldn't have got involved with him. The heart's a poor counsellor when it comes to matters of love. We didn't fly a direct route from Seastone to the Elf Burrow. We made detours and explored Avantasia. Once we spent 3 days and nights drifting over the ocean because Nate and Wilbur tried to give the engine a bit more power. It was wonderful. The peace, the sea, the moonlight, and the 2 engineers making things worse each day. A sticky-looking pot with, some sort of slime. We don't have any machines in the Elf Burrow, but Wilbur told me about how he was responsible for oiling and greasing all the machinery in the gnome hole. I imagine the stuff in this pot is the same sort of thing.
Princess Ivo, what are you doing here?
Hello, Mary.
Are you here to break Captain Nate's heart again?
Did he tell you that? He left me, just like that.
But that's just ridiculous. He loves you. He left the ship full of hope, and 30 minutes later, he returned a different man. You said no, didn't you?
He just disappeared without a word.
But something must have happened. Otherwise, why would he have just left like that?
I woke up and wanted to go to him, but Mother told me that Nate had disappeared in the middle of the night with no explanation. I was sure that it was just a misunderstanding and that he'd come back, but he didn't.
Oh, sweetie, that is simply dreadful.
I was distraught, then angry, and after a while I started blaming myself. I'm a modern elf princess. Why am I acting like some silly little girl just because a bloke's left me? He was going to propose to me that night?
He had a ring and got himself a fine suit from the wardrobe. Yes, a proposal with all the bells and whistles. He was so nervous. He practiced the whole day, asked me what I thought at least 100 times.
He didn't ask me once.
But I didn't know that until now. I said some horrible things about you. But Captain Nate wouldn't stand for it. When he left the cabin carrying the ring, that was the last time I saw him truly happy.
Nate and Critter are on trial and the Red Pirate is the judge.
A trial? Now there's a first for Tugator.
This place is nothing like how Nate always described it.
In his defense, he probably never bargained on you seeing this island with your own eyes.
Everything all right? You ready for action?
I will take my captain and his guests anywhere he asks me to.
Understood. No cruise without the great Captain Nate. Whatever the reason for him running, he shouldn't have just turned his back on me without explanation.
Not that I wish to defend him, but do you think he might have got cold feet because of your child? Oh, congratulations, by the way.
Oh, it's not his child.
What? You lying harlot! Go all doe-eyed at my Captain Nate and then go whoring around with someone else? And here's me, gullible Gertie, almost falling for your lies. Well, just you wait.
That's the same reaction Nate had. I have never and would never cheat on him. My pregnancy's a bit of a mystery to me as well. But hey, thanks for your support. Critter puts huge quantities of sugar in his tea. He gets that from Nate. Neither of them understand the rationale behind drinking tea. One heats water, puts tea into it, and then pretends that it tastes of something. Sugar and milk are just an interference. A good handful, that should do. We had a lot of fun with this wardrobe, or more precisely with the costumes in it. We had fashion shows every evening. Wilbur and Critter looked hilarious. Ah, happy times. Chaos wherever you look. Nate is and always will be a pirate. Nothing's gonna change that. Mary's just like Nate. She jumps to the wrong conclusion and doesn't even give me a chance to explain myself. It's so unfair. Nate always insisted he hadn't got rid of the Red Pirate's dressing table because it wouldn't fit through the hatch. However, my theory is he'd missed the mirror. There's a whole heap of coal glowing in the oven. Perhaps not enough to give Mary some steam, but certainly enough to grill half a pig with strawberry jam and pickled gherkins. Did I really just say that? A ridiculous amount of sugar. Basis of many drinks. Okay, I'll cut the slices as thin as I possibly can. Fried potatoes are a wonderful thing, but I'm not particularly hungry right now. Weird. Fat is used for cooking, but this? Whatever. Right. High heat, boiling fat and thin potato slices. Should work. Oh yes, I can smell it already. Done. If I didn't know it was just my hormones talking, I could easily eat those. Now to add the crowning glory to the crisps. Salt. Ready. That's Nate's favourite headscarf. Or so I believe. That's Nate's favourite headscarf. I couldn't, could I? Have fun with it. Right then, open sesame! Are you taking the piss? I'm gonna do cool and you can it up your you I'm sorry. I really shouldn't be getting so excited. Let's try that once again. If you don't open this door this instant, I will personally ensure that this building is smashed onto the rocks 3,000 meters below us. Then I will set fire to everything on this island and allow the island to crush your broken body. And after that, I'll get angry. I see we understand each other.
Don't go into the attic, you stupid cow! Oh, yes, strawberry tart. Don't go there, honey. He's only gonna cheat on you.
So you are this oracle?
Good guess, Princess Ivo. You're much shorter in real life.
I've got the frog. frog. I mean the Archmage.
I saw the battle! Spectacular! That little girl and Wilbur's wand, you couldn't make it up.
Is there a way of changing Master Alistair back?
Oh, that's not so easy. He hasn't just been turned into a frog. He is a frog now. Oh, don't go, Johnny, she needs you!
But he can be changed back, can't he?
Perhaps. His consciousness and his soul are in another place. But there is still a weak bridge connecting him to this world.
So there is hope.
Yes, but just a vague one. You have to... Wallop! Right between the eyes! That had to hurt!
How can we return the spirit of the Archmage to this world?
The Red Pirate has a magic compass. It always points in the direction of what you desire most. In the case of the Archmage, this is hopefully a way back. The Lost Book of the Dead explains how to summon a spirit back into this world. But without a spark of life, he would die as soon as he returned.
A magic compass, a lost book, and a spark of life. Doesn't sound like a walk in the park.
That's why I lured you here.
Oh no. Not him. No, 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 no.
You need them, Ivo. You won't manage this task without them.
You said that the Book of the Dead had disappeared. Are there any clues to where it is?
Well, it's in a place without mirrors. That much is clear. It was kept in the legendary desert city of Lorem Ipsum in the Umzu Desert. No more is known.
Lorem Ipsum? Now, where have I heard of that?
An ancient city that finally lost the battle against the sand.
I'll find it, and the Book of the Dead. I will get these 3 things and change the Archmage back. On my own.
No, you won't. I have seen a future in which you fail, Ivo. A future that you won't live to see.
Oh, but that's only one possible future.
True, but are you prepared to risk its occurrence just because Nate gets on your nerves?
Ha! He doesn't just get on my nerves.
I know, it's... What? That's never a valuable antique.
Very well. I'll get both of them out of there.
It's not that easy. You're forgetting the head.
The head of Medusa?
I've seen it. Fortunately, just through my mirrors. It's terrible. If you try to rescue Nate and the critter with all guns blazing, the Red Pirate will unveil the head, and then no magic in the world can save you.
Got any suggestions?
You have to win the court hearing.
Would that not strike you as somewhat improbable with that judge?
Not with the right defense strategy. I haven't heard that one before.
Hello? Stick to the point. How am I going to convince the Red Pirate of Nate's innocence? Considering the fact that I'm pretty certain that there's a case to answer on every single count.
Of course Nate did everything he's accused of. But was it his free will?
What do you mean?
Say someone is controlled by a voodoo curse and kills someone. Is he the murderer or the one controlling the doll? I wouldn't eat that salad.
What have voodoo dolls got to do with Nate and the theft of the lamp?
Act as his defense lawyer and tell the Red Pirate that Nate was controlled by a higher power. The rest will follow of its own accord.
That's insane.
Trust me, I can see through all mirrors. And anyway, I love courtroom dramas.
Okay, I'm just going to go now.
Shh! He's proposing to her.
Well, thanks for your help. It's very difficult to recognize anything at all in this mirror. Perhaps it's showing a future in constant motion? Would I like to know when I'll die? And what is going to become of this one? No. I believe that not knowing what the future will bring is part of life. Thousands of lives are being reflected in each mirror. I really shouldn't look, but there's such a powerful allure in watching other people go about their daily business. The Oracle said that the stories repeat themselves again and again. I think that's because people don't really change. Different places, different people, the same mistakes. Excuse me, Your Honor, Judge.
Yes?
All defendants are entitled to a lawyer, are they not? I will be their lawyer.
Oh, really? Why not? Being the judge, I'm all for a fair trial. No one should be able to say, I sentenced them to death unjustly.
I don't know if I want to be represented by her.
Shut up, Nate. The accused is only allowed to talk when their lawyer tells them to.
Well, what do you have to say in their defense?
Proven imbecile, Your Honor. He is not compos mentis.
Oi!
He tried to steal from me. That's really bordering on madness.
And his IQ lies somewhere between that of a jelly glowfish and a cave troll.
I am not an imbecile, and I'm much smarter than a glow jellyfish.
He stole the Mary without any idea of how to fly an airship.
And did he not promptly crash in the Northlands?
I didn't. You're both really enjoying this, aren't you?
The court acknowledges that he's an idiot. But that ain't enough to lessen the punishment.
Granted, but I would like idiot to be highlighted in the records.
Sustained.
You... Ow.
What else have you got?
The deeds he's accused of are grave. But just like one can't accuse a troll of being insolent and smelly, one can't accuse Nate of objectionable behaviour. And being smelly.
Hey!
He's just of bad character through and through.
Can he give examples? For the objectionable behaviour, I mean. The bad smell is quite obvious.
Making advances towards women and promises of a life together and then leaving her without so much as a word.
Ivo...
In the middle of the night.
Certainly not sensitive, but in his defence, he is a pirate. What else do you have?
He is not responsible for his actions. He's being controlled by a higher power.
Oh, the voodoo doll defense.
Not at all. There is a higher power which controls him and all of us, I think.
Oh, yes.
Indeed. Behold the water jug.
Nah, that was the win.
No, that was the higher power.
If so, then it could get that coconut down from that tree. That is impossible.
Indeed.
You, turn around. Now go ask your higher power how many fingers I'm holding up.
It is 3 fingers.
That's witchcraft. Someone's watching me. They want to control me. And they want to drive me crazy. But they won't get me.
That was brilliant. How did you do that?
I don't know.
really is a higher power controlling everything?
That can't be. Oh, higher power! If you are really there, make a green unicorn appear. See? Just a figment of imagination.
All right then, release me. Come on, Critter, we're going.
Don't I even get a thank you?
I didn't ask for your help, and we would have managed fine on our own. Isn't that right, buddy? You see?
We don't have any time for this nonsense. I need your help, apparently.
Ah, so Princess Self-Centered needs some more help, does she?
I'm self-centered. You just scarpered off so you could play your stupid pirate games.
Critter, can you tell that person that at least I haven't been playing around in other people's beds?
Critter, tell this excuse of a pirate that I was not unfaithful to him. Even if I'd wanted to, I couldn't have been unfaithful to him. He left me.
Critter, tell her that I won't listen to this any longer.
Nate, it's about the Archmage and Wilbur.
What? What about them?
The Archmage has been cursed and Wilbur's wanted for murder.
That's nonsense. That little guy wouldn't hurt a fly.
We have to help them.
I can't. I can drop you off in Elfborough if you like.
That would be a start. The spark of life is there. My father has it.
Yeah. Let's just go.
Are you sure you'll be able to find the elf burrow? Right, someone's gonna have to go up to my father and ask him for the spark of life. Then we have to head off to find Lorem Ipsum. Hello?
I'm not going to help. That's your problem.
Well, I'm not over the moon about it either, but the Oracle did say that I needed friends in order to overcome the challenges that lie ahead of me.
Then I suggest you look for some. Farewell.
But you have to help me. I can't possibly meet Mother in this state. The gods only know what she'd do to me.
And quite rightly, too.
Oh yeah? Then why don't you tell him yourself that you're going to desert him?
The frog?
That's Archmage Alistair. Didn't you listen to anything I said? And what about Wilbur?
I'm sorry. I can't. Oi, Critter! Come on! Just look what she's done. Critter!
Critter! I knew that you wouldn't desert me. And that's good. Mother must under no circumstances see me like this.
I was informed of your arrival, Ivo.
Oh, hello, Mother.
I've been worried, child.
Well, I'm so sorry about that. Perhaps you should have a lie down and we'll talk about everything in the morning.
What is the matter with you? Why don't you turn around?
Why don't you turn around first?
The company of that human is not good for you. That is why I told him to go away.
You did what?
What have you?
Well, I can explain.
Not necessary.
Helping her. Why should I? Just turns up and what the hell is taking so long? Critter, come on, it's time to go. The Elf Burrow is one of the most beautiful spots imaginable. But a golden prison is still a prison. As soon as I've picked up Critter, I'm out of here. Perhaps we'll fly to... whatever. We're free. We can fly to wherever we want. The Mary was damaged recently, and I want to repair her. When I say recently, I mean about 2 years ago. But in my defense, I had to save the world in the meantime. I'll start the repairs tomorrow. But what can you do if there's a better use for the plank? Ivo's hippogriff doesn't seem very happy. Perhaps she's missing her rider. Or she's just hungry. Or both. The last time I used this thing, I blew a bounty hunter out of the sky. Nonetheless, Critter and I prefer to avoid a fight if we can and rely on our brains and good looks. Some gnome engineers wanted to fine-tune Mary in appreciation of our victory against Mortroga. But Mary doesn't like gadgets, and I'm happy with her the way she is. When the Mary belonged to the Red Pirate, he didn't just use her for pleasure trips. They did some work now and again, as this cage proves. The Mary tried to teach me some knots. I think she likes passing on her knowledge to me. She said she'll try and teach pigs to fly next. Critter, what have you done now? Ivo's mother? Oh. Come on, let's get you out of there first. All right. Darn elven magic. Yes, I'll get help. Wait here. Damn elven magic. Hey, Critter, can't you somehow slip out of there? You can usually squeeze through most gaps. The thorns, I see. There's got to be a way. All right. It was worth a try. Critter attacked this beehive one night. He claims to this day that it was the sweetest triumph of his life. But it was 3 days before the swelling from the bee stings went down. I've never been very interested in plants, but there are things in this garden I've never seen anywhere else. Those 2 plants there, for example, it looks as though they're strangling one another. No trace of arbor, but he left this ball of string lying here. Perhaps he was going to tie up bushes with it or something. Shorty won't mind, I think. we waited for ages until Ivo's mother finally left the palace. Then it was pool time. Critter and me cannonballed in from the balcony. Ivo was torn between outrage and laughter. At school, I had a teacher who hit us across the fingers with something like that when we were naughty. I stayed the full 2 weeks nonetheless. Education is the key to success. That's strange. When I was here last, that tree looked a lot happier. People say the water has a healing effect. Perhaps I should take 1 or 2 barrels of it with me and sell it. I'll have to be careful. If the Queen catches me, there'll be no leniency.
I couldn't allow him to propose to you. What sort of life would you have? You'd have lost him so soon, maybe just 50 years after marrying him. Or were you planning to go into the world with him and get old just like him? That would be terrible, and I told him as much. If one truly loves someone, then it's sometimes better to let them go. You know that I can be very convincing. The human spirit is weak. And perhaps there was a tiny bit of magic involved too. If only I'd known that it was already too late.
That darn witch! It all sounded so right. I was already across the sea when it became clear to me that I might have made the biggest mistake of my life. No wonder Ivo hates me. Her mother must never have told her what happened, or she blamed me for everything. What I'd really like to do is go up there, give the old boot a slap round the face, and get Ivo out of this place. But Ivo's mother is a powerful priestess. She's probably got a dozen ways she could incapacitate me without me even noticing. I have to be careful. Why did she suddenly put Ivo to sleep? Did Ivo keep the fact that she's pregnant secret even from her parents? Could that even be the reason that she left Elfborough? It looks like she's asleep, but I don't think I could wake her, even without her mother there. Cheep Cheep, Ivo's bird. We don't get along. He's a puffed-up rooster, and he says the same of me. According to Ivo, these are swords belonging to some of those who have tried to conquer the woodland realm. Nowadays, everyone knows it's better not to pick a fight with elves. During my time here, I sat in this library many times enjoying a good book. Not. The king and queen keep gifts given to them by delegations from far-off lands in this room. Some of them are rather bizarre. Bob is still sitting where I left him months ago. Of course, he's not really called Bob, but his elven name is too complicated and long to remember. And he likes Bob. Hey, Bob.
Nate, my boy. What are you doing here?
Your wife has hexed Ivo, an imprisoned critter. I'll free both of them and
I would counsel you to patience, my impetuous friend. What has happened?
The Queen found Ivo in the garden. She's pregnant. Did you know that?
I hope that you are speaking of Ivo and not my wife. Of course I knew.
She's put Ivo into a kind of deep sleep.
Theodora knows wise decisions take time. It isn't a simple sleep. It's a kind of time out. For Ivo, time is standing still until her mother brings her back.
And when will that be?
As soon as she knows how she's going to deal with the situation. That could take months, or even years.
Years? She's got no right to do that. We have to bring Ivo back.
Just like the polecat butters the bread of the barn owl.
How can we wake Ivo up?
Without the help of her mother, impossible.
Then we'll have to force her. She can't keep Ivo imprisoned against her will.
You won't have any luck. Fiora will defend her daughter. She thinks she's doing the right thing. But if you can make her see that she was not acting in Ivo's best interests, then I'm sure she would let her go.
I should talk to her?
You'd be dead before you'd stuttered out your first sentence.
Hey! Well, Archmage Alistair's been turned into a frog. By a certain Van Buren, some little brat who's running through Seastone and transforming everything.
A little girl transformed the Archmage?
Yes! No idea how she managed it. Ivo said something about Wilbur's wand. And he's in the Dark Woods looking for a book that explains how it can be destroyed. In the meantime, Ivo wanted to organize a few things needed to bring the Archmage back.
What sort of things?
Some book from Lorem Ipsum.
The Book of the Dead?
Yep, that was the one. Then we need a compass that belongs to the Red Pirate, and something called the Spark of Life. That's why she came back here.
I see. It's crucial we turn Alistair back quickly. He might have answers.
Answers? To which questions?
Something is stirring. A great evil. I have felt it for a while now.
The little brat with the wand?
No. Something older, greater, and a great danger for you, for Ivo, for everyone.
That doesn't sound good. But I wouldn't even know where to start. Ivo didn't tell me very much. Or perhaps I didn't listen.
I have the spark of life here. I will give it to my daughter as soon as she wakes. I can't help you with the compass, though. But I saw the lost city of Lorem Ipsum with my own eyes, long, long ago.
If I were to look for Lorem Ipsum, where would I find the ruins of the city?
Under the sands of the Amzu Desert.
Oh, really? Could you be a bit more precise? The desert's pretty big.
I can't remember the exact location. I set out from the Bremen oasis, went into the desert, and just followed my nose. After a few days, I saw the golden roofs of the town glinting in the sun as it set behind them.
So Lorem Ipsum is west of Bremen. But how far into the desert? How many days did you walk, and how quickly?
It was 3,500 years ago. What did you do last Thursday?
West of Bremen. That's a start. Your wife trapped Critter in the garden. Some thorny tendrils grew out of the ground, imprisoning him.
Oh, an old trick that all priests have up their sleeve.
So novices couldn't sneak out of rituals early, eh?
But the tendrils are very ticklish, especially under the arms.
They... all right, then. Take care, Bob. I'll see what I can do to help Ivo and Alistair, or if I can.
I see a man with a mission of great importance that he would like to complete.
Like? All that work? All that danger? The stress? You've got the same attitudes towards stress as I have.
I can see through you, Nate. You made your decision long ago. You just haven't realized it. To do good. Be part of something bigger. Help others. We all need goals in our lives. And the greater the goal, the greater the reward.
I don't know what you're talking about, old man. The tree is legendary. I knew of it long before I met Ivo. The Tree of Life, as it's called, is attributed all kinds of powers. I was a little bit disappointed when I saw it for the first time. To me, it looks like a completely normal, tall tree. I don't know if I'd have been happy here with Ivo. This place is beautiful, of course, but nothing changes, or only unbelievably slowly. And who would want to live in his parents-in-law's house where time practically stands still? When your girlfriend's mother is an elf priestess and you want to make a good impression, you shouldn't call this a swimming pool in front of her. But I meant it in a good way. I even invited her and Ivo's father to join us. The Queen must have ordered the sentries to let the Mary pass. So long as she doesn't give any orders to the contrary, we should be able to enter and leave the woodland realm at any time. Tickle, tickle, tickle. No problem. Now you go and wait on the Mary, okay? Mary and me like a bit of banter. She says I haven't got a clue about flying airships, and that we only stay in the air because she ignores my commands. Ha! Hey, Mary.
Captain Nate?
All right. Let me know if there's a problem.
And then?
Ivo tidied up here when we flew back from the Wildlands. At least that's what she called it. In reality, all she did was bring confusing order to my orderly disorder. Navigation isn't a complicated science. I choose a place on the map I'd like to fly to, then I tell the Mary the name of the place and she flies me there. I don't know why other people find it so difficult. All right, then. That's the desert where Lorem Ipsum must be. Wait a minute. I must have a more detailed map of the area somewhere here. That's the old oasis of Bremen. Ivo's father set off westwards from this town and reached Lorem Ipsum at some point. The problem is, I don't know how far west of Bremen the ruins are. The area is large, and if I'm unlucky, the ruins are completely covered in sand. I have to reduce the search area somehow. That's the old oasis of Bremen. The area. A pile of maps, diaries, travelogues and stuff. I was looking for things that promise eternal life. The Holy Grail, the Philosopher's Stone, the Fountain of Youth, that kind of thing. Harder to find than you'd think. That's why I had the idea with the djinn. At least I knew where to look for him. Wasn't there a book on Lorem Ipsum here? That's it. This is the famous travelogue that reports on the city Lorem Ipsum in a forgotten language. Scholars claim it speaks of life in the city and of huge wealth, the main reason that this text is so well known all around the world. Lorem Ipsum dolor sit emet, consectatur adipisci elit, sed eismod tempor insidunt ut labor et dolora magna aliqua, ut enim ad minim veniam quis nostrud exercitation. The author of this diary never found the city, so I don't know if this picture of the city is born of his fantasy or if it's based on descriptions. Even if the city did once look like this, it perished thousands of years ago. There's surely nothing. What's this? The author seems to assign great meaning to these hieroglyphs. If only I could read them. Why didn't the people back then just write under the pictures what they were supposed to mean? I wonder whether... Here! That's what I was looking for. The book describes what the symbols mean. The first one is... a kind of angular stone? Gemstones, jewels. That's a promising start. The second symbol... Desert. Yeah, makes sense. The city is somewhere in the Amzu Desert. Next. Feet? What have feet got to do with it? Can you only reach the city by foot? The next symbol. 3. 3 feet. That's unusual. Perhaps the last symbol will make it clear. Mountains. Jewels. Desert. Mountains. The jewel of the desert at the foot of the 3 mountains. That's it. Lorem ipsum. The city with roofs of gold is the jewel of the desert, and it lies at the foot of 3 mountains. And these 3 mountains must be west of Bremen. That should be easy to find. A heavy plank of wood. Not very long. All right, then. Three mountains west of Bremen. I bet Critter's next meal that the jewel of the desert is at the foot of these mountains. I'll mark the place on the big map. There hasn't been an airship visiting Lorem Ipsum for centuries, perhaps millennia, if ever. Time to pay a call to the old city. That must be it. Lorem Ipsum. And it looks like someone has already dug it up for us.
Put it up.
Mummy with a small spade. I wonder.
Mortimer.
No, I'm Nate. That's Critter.
ENOJADOS.
But I seek Mortimer.
Here? Under the sand?
Why aren't you Mortimer?
I, don't know. I'm looking for a book.
I've seen one lying on Mortimer's desk.
I'm looking for a particular book. The Book of the Dead.
Oh, but that's just a legend. That book apparently explains how one can bestow everlasting life on people by wrapping them up in gauze bandages.
Assuming it wasn't a legend, where would the Book of the Dead be hidden?
Ah, the Book of the Dead. Some say it is mere legend, but I have seen it many times. It was put into the tomb of the last pharaoh of Lorem Ipsum, the mad Tut-Tut.
And this Tut-Tut, where is he buried?
He is lying under a mighty pyramid, just like that one over there. Actually, now that I think about it, it's exactly like the one over there. What do you think? Why would someone put a pyramid here that looks exactly the same as Tut-Tut's?
How do you get into Tut-Tut's pyramid?
Who is Tut-Tut? And what's this pyramid you're talking about?
Ah, forget it.
What should I forget?
I've got to go. And you? You might want to get out of the sun for a couple of hours.
I've not got time for breaks. I'm looking for a pyramid. It must be here somewhere.
A massive thing. The little... The whole slab is covered with characters. Hieroglyphs, something that looks like Old Dwarvish, and normal letters. At viro eos et accusum et justo duo dolores et ea rebum. That's the same forgotten language as in the lorem ipsum text. Hi.
Who?
I found this stone slab. What does it say?
It says, "Thank you for your decision to buy this pyramid model world wonder in 3 languages.
It's an operating manual?
Our lost temples could get rather complicated.
Does it say how to open the pyramid?
Terms of use, guarantee, washing instructions. Ah, there. Erect pyramid facing exactly north. Position obelisk A in depression G on stone socket B with the help of wooden peg F. We recommend the use of slaves for erection, not included in this delivery. Every day at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the shadow of the obelisk will point to the stone which opens the secret entrance.
Why doesn't it just say which stone you have to press? Who would write something like this? I've got to go.
Bye!
I guess that's the obelisk mentioned in the operating manual. At least I can't see another one. A massive stone plinth with a piece of rotten wood in the middle. A semicircular depression. There are lines and numbers carved into the stone on the inside. Perhaps some kind of calculation? Or something religious? Hi.
I think that we've met once before, haven't we?
The operating manual mentions something about a wooden pin, and there's some rotten wood still sticking in the hole in the stone plinth.
Yes, we always had issues with the wooden pegs. Wood is easy to craft, but not as long-lasting as stone. I discovered something completely new in Mortimer's hut. Metal.
Metal?
Yes, but not bronze. Much harder, much more durable. I called it ugly super bronze. I brought a sample of it with me.
About the ugly super bronze.
The what?
The metal you found in Mortimer's house.
Who told you about that? One could build completely new types of weapons with this metal. Wood and bronze weapons would be useless. No one must find out until Lorem Ipsum has mastered the secrets of this material.
You're right. Let's examine the metal for the good of Lorem Ipsum.
Absolutely. If we should ever get lazy and start to rest on our laurels, it could result in the town's downfall.
We, wouldn't want that to happen.
No. Wait here. What was I going to fetch again? I was just pulling your leg. I never forget anything.
Thank you.
What for?
I've got to go.
Bye.
Fits like a glove. If the pipe fits the hole in the plinth exactly, then it'll also fit to the hole in the obelisk. How am I supposed to get the obelisk onto the pedestal? It must weigh at least a ton. If the pipe fits the hole in the... No idea what that is. A fishing rod? Nah, too obvious. A good captain always has the most important... I guess that's the A semicircular depression, perhaps... Aye. This depression...
That is a...
Why does the sun need to know what time it is?
No. The sun tells us how late it is.
So how does the sun know what time it is?
Haven't a clue. The shadow of the little stick in the middle tells us for definite when it is time to, do things.
There is no stick in the middle of the clock.
It must have been broken then. I think more has been broken too. Didn't it look completely different here before?
I've got to go.
Bye!
The reed casts a thin shadow on the numbers and lines inside the clock.
Sola. Fortfarande, Luca.
The Mary should have enough power to heave the obelisk onto the plinth. And the pipe serves as the new connection piece K, or whatever it was. Off we go! Pull, my dear old fatty!
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
Come on, you can do it! All right. Now slowly. Ah! Well done, Mary.
Did you ever doubt me, little one?
The shadow of the obelisk at exactly 3 p.m. is supposed to cast across the stone you can use to open a secret door into the pyramid. Now it's about noon? Okay, it's 2:15. 3 o'clock. The obelisk is casting its shadow exactly on that stone. That must be it. That's it. Let's go.
If I were you, I wouldn't go in there. Traps. Lots of traps. Mortimer just about managed it, and Mortimer is... Mortimer.
He was in the pyramids?
Of course. He is an archaeologist. They always go wherever there are the most traps.
Do you know how the traps in there work?
Naturally. I even invented some myself. I am an enigma, I think.
How about you accompany us?
In there? Whew, it's dangerous.
Come on, I thought Danger was your middle name.
Really? That would be a strange middle name. Walter or Winifred, those are good names. Mortimer's second name is Alfred.
Come on now, get in that pyramid.
In there? It's dangerous in there.
It's important. We need the Book of the Dead to bring a friend back into this world, and he might know something about a great evil that's stirring.
It's like my dear old father used to say. Coyote, snake, bird looking to the left, sun, wavy lines, exclamation mark.
What?
Yes, he was very erudite. And you wouldn't have caught him simply wandering into a pyramid filled with traps.
We really shouldn't go into the pyramid unprepared.
Oh, come on. Danger is my middle name. And it's important. Great evil is stirring.
What?
You can't let me go in there on my own. You have to come in with me.
Okay, if that's how it's gotta be.
I win every argument. It's always been so. Put me on your shoulders.
Do I have to?
Hup, hup. We have 40 days in the desert ahead of us.
We're going into the pyramid.
Which pyramid?
Hey, stop puffing and panting in my ear.
I'm not panting. I'm exhaling dramatically. Onwards, my proud camel!
Nice little place. Vases, cat statues, a wooden chair? Why is there only junk here and no treasure?
What use are treasures to you on the other side? At least you can sit on a chair.
As a real Tomb Raider, I have to at least take something. What about this? An ancient mirror, I'd say.
You can't take that. That is the first mirror that was ever made.
And?
Pharaoh Tut-Tut was very particular about his appearance. He needs the mirror.
Not anymore. I'm quite sure of that. It would seem that the pyramid served not only as the last resting place of the pharaoh, but also as a junk room.
No, those are valuable grave goods. The pharaoh should not have to want for anything in the next world.
Seeds?
Just in case there's a famine in the next world.
A press for olive oil or something like that. I'd rather relax than work in the afterlife.
The pharaoh naturally would never operate the equipment himself. Hundreds of his most loyal slaves were buried with him.
I don't see any bones. I guess the slaves had a bit of a rethink about their loyalty after the pharaoh died. Listen, Shorty, I've got something I need to take care of outside. I'll set you down here and take you with me when I come back.
Very well.
All right, then. Cast off.
This thing.
Nope, me neither. I think we all know who's responsible for that.
Put it up.
You stay here. Prepare the cannons and be ready to rescue me if necessary.
Give me the damned elf immediately!
There's no damned elf here. Get lost.
Lady Van Buren, I assume.
Yes? Who are you? What do you want?
My name is Wayne Schlegel from the Seastone Life and Accident Insurance Company.
What do you want here?
There was an accident here. A pirate lost an eye. Now he has to wear a wooden leg. There was clearly a problem in processing the claim.
There's no one here anymore. Apart from that damned red pirate and the elf he's hiding.
Elf? What elf?
A thieving elf! She robbed me while I had to deal with the rest of her kind.
You've been to Elfborough? I heard it's supposed to be very pretty at this time of year.
We couldn't get in. Protective charms that not even my little darling could do anything about.
What a shame.
And then I go back home and find I've been robbed by that damned elf and her mob. They will suffer the consequences.
You seem to have considerable magical power at your command, madam. Why don't you just magic the elf out of there?
If it were really so simple, do you really think I'd be wasting my precious time here? That red scoundrel threatened us! Us! He has a magic weapon in there! Ancient, divine magic which even my Chantal can't do anything against.
Perhaps I could go in there and talk to the red pirate. I'm an insurance salesman. No one would dare do anything to an insurance salesman.
That's true. And every hour that I waste here prevents me from taking care of the transformation of the country. Go in. Convince that old scoundrel.
Then I may take my leave, Lady Van Buren?
Yes, yes.
Stop! Stop right there!
Whoa, whoa, easy does it. Put that thing away.
Nate? Have you seen what they've done to my island?
Van Buren's convinced that Ivo's still here. I'm supposed to persuade you to hand her over.
I'd do that at a drop of a hat. That elf is in league with dark forces. She was trying to drive me crazy. Do you hear what she said about the invisible force that determines what we do?
Van Buren isn't going to believe that Ivo's not here.
You've got to get that old bag off my island, Nate. You have to!
I'm here because I need the spirit compass.
What? Not because you missed my company?
And because I've missed your company, but mainly the compass. A friend of mine won't find their way out of the realm of the dead without it.
I don't care about that. It's my compass. Right, Pierre? Right. You see?
How about I get Van Buren off the island, and in return you lend me the compass? You'll get it back in one piece.
You get rid of them both, mother and daughter.
That's the deal.
William, what do you say?
It's stew today.
Ah, good old Bill. All you ever think of is food. All right, Nate. If you get those two monstrosities off my island, I'll lend you the compass for a day.
Deal.
Deal.
I've got to go.
See you later.
See you later.
When Ivo told me about Seastone, I could hardly believe it. Even if the power of the brat sorcerer grandpa is concentrated in the wand, where did he get all the power from? Hello there.
What do you want? Go away!
Quite, pretty what you've done with the city.
I got it all out of my book, and Mommy says I've got a real artificial talent.
Artistic. Although, artificial works too. A tea party, huh?
Exactly like in my book. I'm celebrating my birthday. I've got a table, tea, and lovely things to eat, and any minute now the guests will arrive. The Mad Hatter and the White Rabbit. And then I'll get presents.
Wouldn't it be fun to move on and transform something else? Or to travel back to Seastone and have an afternoon nap?
Mommy's looking for the elf who stole things from us.
Yes, but aren't you the one in charge here? Just tell her you want to go somewhere else.
But I've got everything ready for my tea party, and the guests will arrive any minute.
But... And this Hatter and Rabbit? Will you make them appear by magic?
No, I can only change things. They will come here. I've done everything exactly the same as in my book, so they've gotta come. I always get very angry if I don't get exactly what I want.
Okay.
And they all have to bring me presents, and when the Hatter and the White Rabbit are there, then Mommy has to come over as well. Right, Mommy?
What, sweetie?
When the other guests have arrived, then you'll come over too and give me an unbirthday present, right?
Of course, my sweet. As soon as a Mad Hatter and a White Rabbit appear, then I'll give you the most super-duper present ever.
Ha! Did you hear that? The biggest, bestest present ever!
A White Rabbit at a tea party? Curious.
You think?
Yeah, and perhaps you should give him a watch if he doesn't turn up soon.
No, my guests have to give me a present.
Who is this Mad Hatter you're expecting?
He's a Hatter, and he's mad.
Uh-huh. And what is it that makes him a Hatter? And what makes him so mad?
He wears a top hat and a colorful neckerchief, and I'm not sure why he's mad, but he is.
I see. I've got to go.
Yes? Otherwise you'll scare my guests away.
That's the third biggest flower I've ever seen. The flower is too pretty and smells too good to just be left alone. Not much escaped the brat's magic. This hammer is one of the lucky few. Colorful cloths. They don't seem to fulfill any purpose, apart from being colorful. An unhealthy, artificial-looking, oversweet, fatty parody of a foodstuff. Wonderful! That's wrong. Impressive, but wrong. It's a powerful kid's magic that can force grown men to sit at tiny tables and pretend they like tea. Fortunately, I'm immune. Cast off. A green top hat. It should be useful. Green top hats always are. I've seen alchemic lab benches and building sites with less stuff than this dressing table. I should be able to find something useful for dressing up here. White powder, for example. Anything else? The perfume atomizer. Empty, unfortunately. Provisions are low. If we sail around much longer, we'll have to get supplies from somewhere, or Critter will have to eat less. Tinned peaches. Oh, empty. The Red Pirate kept asking me again and again about his costumes when I was drinking with him. I didn't have the heart to tell him we used some of them as oil rags. Wasn't there a... Ah, there! The rabbit costume. Cast off. Hello! I'm the Hatter. The Mad Hatter.
Just like in my book! Are you really mad?
Sure, completely insane. I think you're a revolting child, and you have terrible taste.
You must be really mad if you're making fun of me! Have you got a present for me, too?
And what kind of presents would you like?
Good ones! Anyone wishing to come to my birthday party must give me a good present!
And what is a good present?
I like sweet and fluffy animals, I like things for girls, and I like fairy tales.
I remember that from my childhood. You connect the cans with a string and can talk to someone across several meters, just like you could without the cans. A heavy plank of wood. Not very long, but quite... Hi.
Oh, Hatter! Have you got a present for me?
I've got a great gadget for you. A magical communicator.
A what?
If you pull the string tight and someone speaks into the tin at one end, you can hear what he says at the other end.
That's completely lame. If you want something, then you could just scream loudly for it.
But it's not lame.
It is! And totally impractical, with all those cables and all. Huh. Now it'll work without the stupid cable.
Even better.
Say what? That isn't a present! I want a real present! Something that I can hold!
I'm just getting your present. Cast off. A heavy plank. A huge flower. It's giving off an absolutely disgustingly sweet smell. That should work. All right, I've pressed the oil out of the flour. It's sticky and smells strong. Cast off. It's all in. I don't know if it's the best perfume ever, but as I made it, chances are it is. Cast off. Hi.
Oh, Hatter! Have you got a present for me?
I've got a wonderful perfume for you.
Perfume? Achoo!
Splendid, isn't it? All the ladies in Lorem Ipsum are wearing it this season.
But it's making my eyes water.
That's how it has to be. Don't you know the saying, one must suffer to be beautiful? You shouldn't really be wearing this kind of thing yet. It's only for the big girls.
Only for grown-ups?
Yes, little girls shouldn't wear perfume. Only women of the world.
I am a woman of the world.
I thought so. But don't tell your mother anything about it.
Thank you. What a lovely present. Please take a seat, Mr. Hatter.
At once, milady. I, just want to watch out for my friend, the White Rabbit.
It's about time he arrived.
The poor bird looks quite stressed out. I would be too if I was the one-man entertainer for a lunatic with a Medusa head. I wonder. You should give Nate the compass. Ah!
Huh? Nate, was that you?
No.
Liar! Liar! No liar! Ah!
I can see it's you, Nate. Imitating other people. You inflated barn cake.
Scandal! Scandal! Ah!
Give Nate the compass, bird brain.
Did you say that?
Huh? I'm over here.
Be careful what you say, William.
What?
William's dead. I'm talking to you.
What?
I've had enough of you and this whole charade. Give Nate what he needs and let me go.
You ungrateful tit! I told you you're only to speak when I ask you something.
What?
No one listens to you, fatty.
Fatty?
What?
I won't be insulted by a feathered mongrel. One more word.
And what, bird brain?
Oh, just you wait. No, come back. Come back. Who's gonna talk to me now?
Hey, you up there. Are you hungry? Gotcha! The Van Buren brat is expecting a Mad Hatter and a White Rabbit at her tea party.
Lupa?
I've got an idea. All you've got to do is play the White Rabbit.
Luca.
It worries me a little how easy it is to persuade you to do this kind of thing. All right. You're white, You've got a costume on, you've got a present. It's now or never. May I introduce you to the White Rabbit?
That doesn't look like a normal rabbit at all.
Yes, well, you know.
Oh, gosh, it's a super rabbit.
Only the best for your party.
Have you got a present for me, little Snuffles?
Mr. Hoppy thought you might like a rare animal from his homeland.
Oh, that really is pretty. Pretty squawk.
And he talks.
Ooh! Oh, that's such a lovely present. Please, Mr. Bird, do take a seat. Do take a seat, Mr. Hoppy. May I offer you some tea?
So, Mr. Hoppy and I are here. Wasn't your dear mother going to join us?
Uh-huh. Mommy, it's tea time! The Hatter and the Rabbit are here!
The what? It's lovely that you found someone to play with, but Mummy has to work.
You promised me the biggest and bestest present ever as soon as the Hatter and the Rabbit arrived!
But darling, those aren't...
I want my present now! Where is it?
But darling, we already talked about this. You mustn't get so overexcited and stop pointing that thing at me.
I want my present!
Of course. It's, in sea stone. You can choose something from the shop. I can't do anything here by the look of it.
The Medusa head is the only thing no one... Good news.
Have they gone?
Certainly. It was hard work, but worth it for a magic compass.
What magic compass?
The spirit compass you promised me.
I don't remember that. Do you, Pierre? Nah, Pierre doesn't either.
You said you'd lend me the spirit compass if I got rid of the Van Burens.
So what? Did you hear me say pirate's word of honor?
You didn't say pirate's word of honor.
Therefore, according to pirate law, no contract was entered into. You should have known that, Nate.
But I need the compass.
And I'm not going to hand it over that easily. You should have known that too. Out with him and bolt the door.
You're gonna regret this. What did you say, Pierre? Fat loony? I wouldn't dare say that.
Just one more piece! Just one more little piece and you've done it!
Hey, Eyes.
Nate, nice to see you again.
Come on. Knowing you, you never lost sight of me.
Your life wasn't so boring over the past few years, I must admit. Good season.
This little mirror came from a tomb in Lorem Ipsum. Is it worth anything?
Is that... Oh, Do you know what you've got there?
I'll take that as a yes then.
That's the mirror. The first one. Thousands of years old. Just imagine all the things it's seen. All the classics you could watch in it.
Wanna swap? The mirror, the first one, thousands of years old, in mint condition, for the mirror connected to Ivo's room?
Yes, of course. Take it. Wow. Mirrors used to be so small.
I half expected to find you transformed into a huge ball of fluff with big goggle eyes.
The council leader and the charming Chantal are concentrating their attention on the palace. Fortunately.
I guess you also wander off the island as quickly as possible.
Absolutely. I like tragedies, but I've never wanted to be in one.
You know why I'm here?
Of course, Princess Ivo. Oh, look at her. Isn't it sad? An elf in the prime of her life, sleeping away her best years.
I'm going to prevent that from happening.
And I hope you're successful. This is more boring than watching the cricket.
Ivo's father said I can't rescue Ivo against her mother's will.
That would be a bad idea. Although I'd like to see what would happen if you tried.
So how can I convince Ivo's mother that she's not acting in her daughter's best interests?
Isn't she? The future's in constant flux. Even I can't see it clearly in my mirrors. A powerful priestess like her might be able to see more, but clearly she doesn't want to.
She thinks Ivo's thrown her life away, and she thinks it's impossible that she could be happy with a child, or with me.
A difficult task that you... come on, number 3! Run! Come on! Yes! Sundancer won!
Can I have that mirror?
Of course not!
I could always keep it. You. Rewind. I gotta go.
Yes, go! Henceforth!
Some happy children playing in a garden. Ivo's mother refuses to believe that Ivo's children could have a happy future too. Who cares if the future queen has an illegitimate child? Well, apart from me. Thousands of lives are taking place behind these mirrors. Tragedies, comedies, and quite a lot of everyday life. Mmm. Delicious. It's impossible to keep your hands off this kind of thing. I'm not proud. Would you like some of these sweets? Whoa, Betty! Someone's got one hell of a sweet tooth. I haven't got any more. There's about 200 weights of these unhealthy treats waiting for you over there, in front of the palace. Yes, go, but make sure you don't eat them all at once. What have you done, little fella? You... the whole lot? How is that even... I mean, it's gotta have gone somewhere. That's the biggest, most formidable, and most glittery heap of dung I've ever seen. You want me to... That's... it's still warm. Cast off. Ivo's mirror. When I was here, her fat bird sat in front of it most of the time. Cast off. Let's give them a bit of privacy. What do you think?
Private what?
All right.
I was watching that.
It won't take long. Anyway, you owe me a favor for getting rid of the Van Burens.
Right then, but hurry up.
Cast off. If this doesn't work, then I'm a goner. Don't hurt me! You have to see this.
You! You did this to my baby!
I didn't. And you should have a look at this. Your grandchild.
Stop making such a racket. Nora, keep those kids of yours in check.
Well...
You want to see into the future and find out what you've done to her? I'll show you.
Why don't you ask Granny whether she'll tell you a story?
Don't call me Granny.
A story, a story!
Do you really want to keep her imprisoned here so that she hates you for the rest of her life?
Granny tells the best stories! All right then. What story do you want to hear?
No. I see I was wrong.
I made a decision for Ivo once because I thought it was the best for her. It broke my heart, and it was wrong. Only one person should make decisions on Ivo's life. Ivo. I'll wait outside.
Oh, what's happened? You stunned me!
Not quite so fast, darling.
How much time has passed?
A little. The human is still here. He's waiting outside.
You cast a spell on me. You didn't even give me a chance to explain the whole thing to you.
I was in shock. I should have listened to you. One can be full of good intentions and still do the wrong thing.
And apologies will not make what's done undone.
No, they don't. But one can only try to do the right thing and hope to be forgiven. Ivo.
Farewell.
What's taking so long?
I fetched this.
Are you okay?
Yes, fine. Dad says I have you to thank for this?
I didn't want to just leave you lying there. And while I was at it, I discovered lorem ipsum.
Then you'll help me transform Alistair back?
What do you mean, help you? The critter and me did all the work while you were asleep.
Oh, you. Oh.
We'll bring Alistair back. That's all. It changes nothing, all right?
I don't want anything else. Now let's get out of here. Get some distance between me and my mother.
You heard, critter. Cast off! Cast off!
Impressive. Did you excavate all this?
We had some help.
Who?
He's waiting in the pyramid, the entrance of which me and Critter opened all on our own. May I introduce you to, the mummy?
Oh, no.
Mortimer?
Oh, I am not going to talk to you.
You know each other?
We know each other.
I don't know what it's doing here, but for the sake of my sanity, I'm going to ignore it.
You really do know each other.
What's wrong with her?
A conspicuous black hole in the wall.
You have to put your arm in there.
Sure?
Yes. Sometimes there is a switch at the end of the hole, but sometimes your arm will be sliced off instead. I'm pretty sure that this one here has a switch.
So, tell me again. You said that if I stick my arm in there, it won't be chopped off?
How should I know?
There really is something like a lever here.
Pull it.
Ah!
Don't let go. The door is opening.
Great. Yes. Broken. Ah. You can't see your hands in front of your face.
So what? Get in there. Chop chop.
There's no way I'm going into a pitch black room.
I have never had such a stubborn camel, and you're very uncomfortable as well.
This column looks strange.
No, that's a perfectly normal column.
Sure.
Be careful, Nate. Why didn't you consult me before you put us in danger?
This part of the column shoots out if you trigger a mechanism in the floor.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am. I would jump over, but I don't know if there's another trap on the other side of the slab. There are some nasty-looking spikes waiting at the bottom of the pitfall, and some scarab beetles are scurrying around between them.
I would suggest that we don't fall into that pit, then.
Even if I get over this pitfall, the stone ball is blocking my way.
The ball should only block the entrance to the tomb in an emergency.
I guess Mortimer triggered the trap when he was here. Right. Again.
Oldzach. Oldzach. Bubulu. Catch the push. Malaka boom boom. Box. Ula ula. Atari.
Thank you. One trap less. I guess the pit used to be covered with thin wooden planks or the like. Mortimer, or Time, one of the two has exposed the pit. The ball must weigh tons. Isn't there another way into the burial chamber?
Burial chamber?
I've somehow got to move it. Right. Again.
Faccione, Luca!
Ah. What the devil?
Oh, scarabs. We often use them in traps. They eat the flesh of the bones of any intruders. Fantastic animals.
Yeah, fantastic. Perhaps a little bit. Okay, they seem to really like it. Delicious. At least I don't have to carry it around with me anymore. The dung beetles can smell the dung. They're very excited. They're running back and forth on the walls of the hole. They're looking for a way to get to the ball. Run, my little workers! Go forth and get yourselves the mother of all dung balls! They're doing it. Together they're strong. However, not very clever. Let me guess. The Pharaoh's burial chamber is behind this door.
Yes, it is.
How do you open it?
You have to... Have you given it a good tug yet?
I guess you need to turn this disc to open the door. However, that's exactly what these two metal pins are preventing. All right then, what happens here? A board full of small stone discs. Looks a bit like a board game.
Behind such boards, we used to hide treasures back in the day.
That thing's a safe of sorts?
Indeed. If you manage to move the figure to one of the treasure fields, the board will flip open. There are pitfalls, and fields that turn into pitfalls after they have been stepped on. You can't step on spiky fields, but the golem can. He will move towards your figure if you are standing in a straight line to him.
All right. And anyone can open the safe if he wins the game?
Well, some think that a thief that goes through the trouble of solving the puzzle has earned the right to do some looting. Personally, I never agreed with that.
Alrighty then. I'll try my luck.
No, this present does not belong to you.
Present?
Read, fool. Present of the Pharaoh to his favorite concubine, Star of the East.
Ooh, that sounds like gold, gems, finest jewelry.
Huck-nake! Huck-nake!
What are you doing?
I will continue to make this noise as long as you try to steal from the Pharaoh's favorite concubine.
She must have been dead for thousands of years.
Huck-nake!
Okay. Behind the stone board there should be treasure. I just have to win this strange game first so that the board opens. A grate, and some kind of enclosure behind it. But it doesn't look as if there's much danger lying in wait for me. There are only a couple of skeletons on the floor.
What has happened to the basilisks?
I'm no zoologist, but it might be problematic if you don't feed basilisks for a few thousand years.
But the scarabs survived.
Yeah, but that's because there's enough shit in this world. A wheel in the wall. Judging by its position, I'd say it opens the grate next to it.
Quite right. We had blind slaves who cared for the basilisks. They were only allowed to open the enclosures when all others had left the room.
The basilisks don't need the wheel anymore. Something happened. And now it's been reversed again. The mirror shows me what the mirror for my... Right. Again. Here, you might need this more than me.
Logro.
The lever in the hole opens the door a little bit. As soon as I let it... Right. Again. Ah. Is this another sarcophagus or something?
No, that is a tool chest.
Quite a lot of work just for storing some tools, don't you think?
Lorem Ipsum was built with knowledge and these tools. We revere them.
Do you know how to open the chest?
You have to set the right code. It is yellow, red, red, blue, green.
You remember it?
Why wouldn't I?
Various hammers, a compass, a plumb line? Not very impressive. What's this?
That's just a standard time manipulator. You'd be better off taking the plumb line.
Time manipulator?
It stops time for a few seconds in a limited area. Very handy if you need to carry out work on fast-moving parts. But the plumb line will allow you to build things perfectly perpendicular to the ground. That's like magic.
I think I'll stick with the time manipulator thingy. There's some kind of lever back there. It's probably important. Nice. That could work. I wonder whether I could just pluck the darn prickly things out of the air.
Only if you're not too bothered about the poison they've been dipped in.
Perhaps I can snake my way through. I could go here, then there. You'd have to be a contortionist to get through the balls without touching one. Nothing. Here, take the time manipulator. But be careful, and don't point it at anyone.
At a time when most other humans were still living in mud huts, they were creating very delicate stonework here. Impressive. Of course, we elves were already living in multi-story houses, had 60-strong orchestras and comprehensive health cover. But for humans, not bad.
That's it.
Wow.
The burial chamber of Pharaoh Tut-Tut.
Yes, that's him. Did you ever see such an ugly fellow?
So that's probably the Book of the Dead.
Looks like it. Let's grab it and get out of here.
No.
Oh, sure, I am. Just wanted a peek.
I say, this is impressive. I don't remember us having anything like this. You built me, O venerable Tut-Tut.
Venerable Tut-Tut?
Yes?
You are Pharaoh Tut-Tut?
It would appear so. Hey, you! I say, help me get off this camel. King Tut is back.
Hooray!
In any case, I guess it's okay if we take the Book of the Dead now.
Where did you get that idea, mortal? I didn't get to be God King of the desert by giving my things away.
That much is clear.
All right, what have we here? What did Tut-Tut say? You have to move the figure to one of the treasure fields without the golem catching you. The rest I'll probably just have to try out. Done! The present of the Pharaoh for his favorite concubine. Still wrapped. Jewelry? Gems? Is that really clothing? Feels... right. The murals seem to have something to do with this board with the marbles. Perhaps a kind of ritual. This tunnel is clearly much more recent than the rest. I guess this was Mortimer's way out of here once the stone ball blocked his way back. I'll have a look where the tunnel leads. If we'd known about this passage before, it would have saved us a lot of trouble.
Perhaps MacGuffin wanted to protect the tomb from tomb raiders. Or he wanted to have a private entrance so he could clear the tomb at a later date himself.
A board with 5, 9, 16 marbles that form a kind of pyramid. No idea what that is. Just look at him. Just sitting there like a pharaoh. Hi.
Greetings, my subject.
The Book of the Dead. You've got it. I need it.
What exactly are you trying to tell me?
Don't you think you owe me something?
Owe you something?
You'd never have got in here without me. I opened the pyramid. I opened the gate to the burial chamber with my friends. I even carried you around on my back half the time.
Do we know each other?
What are these balls and the board all about?
This is the Nim game. My favorite. I'm unbeatable.
Really? How do you play?
Well, one has to... Yes, exactly. Each of us takes turns to remove any number of marbles from the board, but only marbles from one plane of the pyramid. And whoever takes the last marble loses. Do you want to play?
Off we go. You start.
That is... No.
Come on, you have to take a marble.
But that would mean I have lost?
Yep, that's exactly what it would mean.
But I never lose.
It certainly would be better that way. What would your people say if the godlike pharaoh were to lose against a mere mortal?
They must never find out.
You could bribe me with something.
Yes, or I could have you squashed by my golem.
A bribe? Excellent idea.
Aha! Of course. I just came up with that. What would you like?
The Book of the Dead?
It's yours. In exchange, you won't tell anyone that I watched the temple virgins when they were changing.
Agreed. The Book of the Dead. So what now?
Just missing the compass now.
To the Red Pirate. Thank you. Cast off. It's not safe for you on the island. Van Buren could return.
In that case, it won't be safe for you either.
Yes, but it's not just about yourself now.
Oh well, okay. Call if you need me.
I will. That thug bolted the gate after he threw me out. Is this what you're looking for? I would think again if I were you. Think about it. How did I get the key, With magic. Look what magic can do. Do you want to be stuck in a pink tutu and forced to be Chantel's playmate? Run! I'll give you 10 seconds head start. It's me again.
Don't move. How did you get past the ape?
Maybe the invisible powers helped me.
Take that back.
Nice and easy now. I don't want any trouble, and you've still got the head. I just wanted to hang out with my old friends. Right, guys?
Okay. They're all I've got left.
Perhaps old Red's friends can persuade him to give me the compass.
Did William just move?
Huh? Dunno. Did he?
Why shouldn't he? Living friends. Friends living. Friends move, right?
I'd better not. Old Red would... I'd better not. Oh.
He did move.
Who moved?
William. He wants to tell me something.
You mean that stone statue wants to tell you something? This could turn out badly for you.
Badly?
Yeah, you turned him into stone, right? Perhaps him and the others didn't really like that. And how are you going to protect yourself? They're stone already.
Oh, I won't let them out of my sight.
Don't blink. Time to have some fun.
No! What do you want from me?
They want you to give me the compass you promised me.
I didn't give you the pirate's word of honor.
Perhaps you can discuss that with the statues.
No. Take the damn compass. You're all mad in here.
That worked better than I dared hope. The spirit compass. Now we've got the Book of the Dead, the compass, and the spark of life. Everything we need to bring Alistair back. To the Oracle!
Gulasam, erith, barium, eccentric.
Good. And now the spark of life.
It didn't work.
What happened?
Archmage Alistair!
Why am I a frog?
Yeah, why is he still a frog?
We've brought his spirit back into this world. Turning him human again was never part of the deal.
But
there is a simple way to change a frog back into a human being. It just needs to be kissed by a virgin princess.
But where are we going to find one of them?
Oh, thank you.
But I don't understand. Why is Ivo pregnant?
The artifact.
Huh?
The artifact of divine fate can fulfill any wish, and Ivo carried it for a long time. If one spends enough time in the presence of such a powerful magical object, then the magic can linger. It keeps working, even when the object itself isn't there anymore.
But I didn't wish for a child.
I'm not saying you did.
Well, yes,
You did this to me? You wanted to start a family with me?
Yes, but I didn't know. Ivo of the Woodland Realm, will you be my wife and spend the rest of your life with me?
Yes! Yes!
Congratulations to both of you.
Soon we'll be a real family. And we didn't even have to have that sex thing to do it.
Oh, yeah. Great.
Now, tell me, what has happened?
You were changed into a frog by the little Van Buren.
There was a golem and Monkus.
He tricked Wilbur, but you sorted out the golem in seconds, and Monkus wouldn't have been a problem for you either.
But then there was this incredible magical energy. It caught me completely by surprise.
That was the little brat. She'd got hold of Wilbur's wand, and because she's a descendant of the evil sorcerer that made the wand...
Wilbur's magic wand is the wand of... May the gods protect us.
She's transformed half of Seastone, and she's been here too. I've seen some wizardry in my life, but what this girl's been up to... Whoa, Nelly!
Where are Wilbur and Remy?
I'm so sorry, Archmage, but Remy is dead. He was killed by a ghost.
No, I can still feel him.
He died in Wilbur's arms, in the temple in which he found Wilbur's magic wand all those years ago.
Which temple is that?
I don't know exactly. Wilbur thought it was dedicated to some evil god. He called him the Nameless One.
The Nameless One.
So that's not very good.
Some sorcerers held rituals there and built a machine.
The wand. It went from the Van Burens to Wilbur via Remy, and then to the Van Buren girl. I should have examined it more closely.
Wilbur is doing what Remy asked him. He's searching for a book which details how Van Buren's wand can be destroyed.
That wasn't Remy, and the book doesn't tell us how to destroy the wand either. The Van Buren brothers were... We have to stop Munkus and his mad scheme at all costs!
Munkus? Aren't the Van Burens the real problem? They're transforming the whole world bit by bit.
A world which will perish if Munkus gets his hands on the book from the Dark Woods. Quick, hand me my magic wand.
Well, now, your magic wand...
You haven't brought it with you, have you?
It must still be in sea stone.
We have to retrieve it immediately. Without it, I can't channel my powers. I feel weaker than ever.
I'll fire up the Mary. Let's go.
ENOJADOS.
Hi, Critter. We've turned the Archmage back to normal, and you won't believe it, but Ivo and me...
You tricked me! Where is the elf?
Hey, careful with that thing.
What's going on here?
Alistair? This time there'll be no way back!
Ivo!
Come on, Alistair! Or are you going to carry on hiding behind your friends?
Nate!
Ivo, you have to go, now.
No, I have to help him.
Uha, gulohahu.
Mommy, I've made it ever so pretty in there.
Don't worry, my darling. The nice Archmage hasn't got a wand, and he is weak.
The wand has to be destroyed. It will lead to untold suffering.
It is the key to power. My power.
Chantal, if we don't destroy the wand, then terrible things will happen.
Don't listen to him.
But it's mine, and I'm not doing anything terrible.
That's right, my little snuggle bunny.
This is not about you and your little coup d'etat, Mrs. Van Buren. There are other powers at work here, sinister powers.
Which you, of course, will be able to prevent if we let you go, right?
You don't understand. We are talking about the end of the world.
You'd say anything to save your neck, Alistair.
Put that head away. It's dangerous. There is no known cure for being turned to stone.
That's why no one will dare question my bid for power. The most powerful wand in the world and a head that turns any being of flesh and blood to stone. We have both of Avantasia's most powerful weapons in our hands. No one will be able to stop us.
You're right. This has to end here.
You want to stop us? Shoot! We have won!
You have not won. I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
But this is all nonsense. If that's what happened, then I would be... No. What kind of a place do you think this is, Nate?
Let me go!
You can't help him now.
But we can't just leave him behind!
We have to stop Monkus. Using the temple will open a door to the Nameless One's dungeon dimension.
I couldn't give a shit about this Nameless One. I have to rescue my husband!
Ivo, he's out of our reach.
Is there no hope then?
Yes, there is. But if the wand does what it was created for, then it will mean the end of all hope. For Nate, for you, and for your child. If you want to rescue him, you have to go to Seastone.
What do I have to do?
I lied to Van Buren. I have no power anymore. It takes all my remaining strength to stay in the land of the living, but soon I will have to leave it. That is why it's up to all of you to stop Monkus. He must not be allowed to use the machine in the temple.
I will stop him.
Be careful. He is clever, powerful, and prepared to do anything. I will try to warn Wilbur in the Dark Woods. He's been conned and is playing right into the enemy's hands. I don't have much time left. Goodbye, Ivo.
But what shall I do? Oh. I will come back as quickly as I can, and we shall be reunited, my love. Right now, our hope is in Seastone and with Wilbur in the Dark Woods.
Oh!